80-degree day, then a little TIT all up in your grill. What's going on, everybody?
You got the TI, buddy.
That's right. We're going to get that tea tomorrow. Look, it wasn't a work of art. I never said this would be pretty. But, Rico, here, let's just go right into it. I'll throw the number out because I want people's thoughts on the game. And, yeah, I have a question. But, look, Can I get something off my chest before we just enjoy the fact they won the game?
Sure.
I have to say, well, no, you have known me for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
You understand how I watch sports, and this is not taking anything from the Tigers. It's not. You win a playoff game, that's all I ask for. I said Tigers in 2, TIT. We're halfway home. But all I could think of watching this was, you blew a 15-and-a-half game lead to this junk? To this garbage?
Mm-hmm.
Or as Jim Costa puts it, a lineup of empty husks. Like, I couldn't stop thinking about it, Rico. I'm going, oh my God, this garbage won the division.
Yeah, they did. And I was watching this game a little differently, Mike, because you know me.
And because I'm sick.
I was happy because I'm like, okay, you know what? You out Cleveland. You small balled them to death, and you won the game. So,
well, there's 2 questions I had. There's 2. Yes, I think they're winning tomorrow. I'm not backing down for my Tigers in 2. This Cleveland team sucks. But here's my questions. And, Rico, you could answer one or both. I'm pretty sure as a radio host you don't get to say none and not participate. So one or both.
Let it play out.
Here, right. Go silent. Thanks, John. So here's I'm sorry. Shot out of a cannon today. Here's question 1. And it's very simple, and it just requires that you, the fan, be honest. Does today's game reignite your confidence that this team can go on a run, that they were good for most of the year, or at least incendiary at the start, average the rest, but you believe there's a good team in there? Or does this game show you how truly limited they are? You needed Skubal to go Randy Johnson, strike out 14, give you a career high in pitches, or excuse me, a season high in pitches, and it's fun. They're going to beat the Guardians, but they're going nowhere fast. They're limited. Which of those 2? The second question, if you so choose to answer this, Rico, I hearken back to a conversation with Kenny in May or June about playoff hockey, and we talk about how the laziest take in the world is, oh, man, playoff blank is just the best. Was this everything right with playoff baseball or everything wrong? I mean, this game featured runs on a bunt, an infield hit, and an error. Now, if you're a baseball, I think it's a perspective and age question.
Wow.
If you're a baseball lifer, maybe this kind of turns you on a little bit. But I can't imagine the younger crowd looking at this and going, oh, man, now I get why it's America's game. I ripped 2 shots of espresso this afternoon just to stay awake during this. So this was like Sunday at the Masters if you like action. Okay. You had to be a baseball diehard to like this.
I'm going to answer your second question, Mike. For me, absolutely loved it. Didn't need espresso because I'm like, this is what I love about baseball, the strategy.
You're old and you love the National League and pitchers wearing felt jackets and bunts. Wow. Yes. No, I thought of you. This was like – no, I didn't mean it that way.
Right. You're old. You like the National League. You like pitchers out there in the satin jackets.
Right. Rico's a dinosaur. Right, Rico had his fedora on, driving his Studebaker, watching Willie Wilson lay bunts down.
I was at the game in a suit and tie.
All right, so this scratched you where it itches. Now, what do you make of today's game? Does it reignite your confidence? Hey, we still got the best pitcher in the world. We can still play this brand of ball. We could go on a run. Or did you watch it and go, hey, it's fun, but man, does it show how limited we are? Which of those?
Mike, it actually was a little bit of both. I think you're looking at AJ. No. He saw Skubal was out there getting it done, and we got to get every run we can. So if it means we got to bunt and a run, let's do that, because I don't really trust the bullpen that much. I'm going to roll Skubal out in the 8th inning and see what he can do. It was because if he had a bullpen that can get you the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning and shorten that game to basically a 6-inning game, yes, he would have gone that route. But I think it showed he knows this team is limited. He knows we have to have this game, because if we lose this game, we're probably done in 2. So let's go all out. Let's do what we can do. Yeah, I love the strategy in the game, and I love how AJ kind of managed the game. Heck, even leaving Carpenter in and not instead of taking him out. Like, you know what? You just got to go for it and find every – you got to squeeze that sponge and get every drop out of it, and he did today. It worked. They won 14-0 to a horrible base running error by Ramirez, but that's not your fault, Detroit.
Nope, not my problem.
And
no,
you got it done.
Love to know. I would love to know, and I don't think there's a wrong answer, guys. I will never apologize for winning a playoff game as the commander of the TIT Army. It is okay, because unlike other shows, we're not going to harangue you for not touching your ball bag over this. Like, if you watched it and you go, well, I'm happy, but man, we're limited, you should have a right to say that. That's what sports is. Now, if you are like, no, I have confidence, like, we're going to get Skubal twice in a 5-game set, we can win that series, you're fine too. The other side of it is just whether this was the best of baseball or the very worst. Because I think you do have to be a particular type of fan to get a lot of enjoyment out of that game.
Right, you have to be old.
Tough watch.
Right, you read the newspaper in the morning. Yes.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
Rico went to the door in his robe.
Right. You remember Sister Jean as a hot teenager.
Rico puffing his morning heater with his coffee, getting the morning friendly. There you go. David, what's up, buddy?
Because here's the problem that I have. Because you just said, oh, you're going to a 5-game series and you'll have Skubal twice. They're not going to get to a 5-game series. Yeah. Everything that happened in this game is why I believe they're still going to lose this thing.
Yeah.
You had Skubal, so great, wonderful. He did his thing on the mound. You know what didn't show up? Were the bats. They didn't score. They still left men on base. And you know what's going to happen when you don't have Skubal? You're going to lose those games because you need more than 2 runs to win. Still, Cleveland kept their streak alive. They kept their streak alive. 2-3 runs or less.
Okay, all right. Listen, people, David's on the opposing view. Look, I'll be very candid. I don't think this team's capable of winning the ALCS in a 7-game format. I don't. I have the same opinion of this edition of the Tigers as last year. I think in a 3-game, you're deadly. TIT, Tigers in 2. I think in a 5-game, you're very capable, because 2 of those games, you'll have the best pitcher on the planet. And I think you can match up and smoke and mirror through a 5-game. I just don't think you're getting to a World Series, because in a 7-game set, you're just not gonna win games this way. And you're not going to be able to limit teams like this. I don't care who's pitching, because the teams you generally face at that point, they got guys who can actually hit, not Gabriel Arias and his Fabio wig, or Jonathan Rodriguez, or Big Christmas, or Brian Rocchio, or any of the other, shout out Jim Costa, empty husks. So,
well, I like how the Nerf team, or Nerf baseball.
It's Nerf swords.
Yes,
Neither team, you can't kill someone with a Nerf sword. Like, if you and I fight to the death with 2 Nerf swords, the fight's never stopping. We'll die of exhaustion.
There's absolutely no threat.
No. But and again, this is, I couldn't help but think all while watching it. It was like that stupid drop I play from training day. Oh, you mother... You blew a division lead to this? We don't have games in Detroit right because of this?
Yep. Yeah, because when you had the chance to put them away, you didn't. You allowed them not only back in, you allowed them to take the lead from you down to the last day. And, yeah, Mike, it doesn't make any sense, but I think you put it best. They were out there fighting with the Nerf swords. And
Yep,
it was
but guess
it was
what?
fun. It was entertaining. Do I think either one of these teams will win the World Series? No. But like I said, I enjoyed this type of game because it was on the edge of your seat down to the final out. Like, okay, it wasn't a softball city slugfest. Who's going to hit the most home runs? It was, how do we manufacture some runs here, guy? And you saw poor decisions on the base path. You saw errors. You saw Skubal, instead of letting his guys instead of letting Bias get the ball, he goes after it and allows a run to score. It was a lot of pressure out there, and you felt it in that game. So I love games like this. Every game, no, but occasionally I do like these types of games.
And listen, it's just like hockey. I have no problem if somebody likes a 1-0 goalie, defensive oriented game. It's a question. And I don't think people are wrong to go, that ain't for me. I'll take the win, but that ain't for me.
Well, Mike, as I was listening to the radio broadcast of the game, because television hasn't been invented yet.
Tiger baseball on after Little Orphan Annie.
They're live from Briggs Stadium.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. I did you dirty. That's my bad. 248-539-9797. Hey, David, quick question from a timing standpoint. You want me to knock a few calls, or do we want to be super responsible to start?
Let's start off being responsible.
Okay, we'll start with responsibility, and I want to dive right into it. Tigers in 2. I mean, I have to stick with it now, right? They got the first one.
You
they were
halfway
never
there?
touching. Yeah, we're 90% of the way there. This Guardians team stinks. 248-539-9797. Gave you your 2 critical questions of the day. I do have a talker to get to a little later, just something I watched last night that I need to know if my read on it is super accurate or if I'm just peak cynical bastard. And we'll talk Tigers, and does it reignite your confidence? I will only go as far as to tell you today shows they can win a 5-game series. They can do that, but I don't think they can go beyond it for a myriad of reasons. But let's see. It starts with ending the Guardians tomorrow. The other one was stylistically, is this the best of baseball or the worst? So there, start there. You got anything else you want to bring to the table? Let's do it. 97.1.
Brought to you by MyMichiganRoof.com. The Tigers beat the Guardians in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. 2-1 the final. Things got a little hairy to start the ninth with Will Vest on the mound, though. Yeah, Vest would get a pop-out to end that mini rally as well. Tarek Skubal shined today, throwing 7 2/3 innings, allowing just 3 hits and 1 earned run, while also striking out 14 and 3 walks here today as well. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Really? They won the game. And this is what we get.
That's not right. I have to. I'm throwing a flag. That's not right. I made one off-brand remark to Rico. That's inappropriate.
No. You know what, Mike? You're correct. Maybe it is an age thing. It's just manager strategy. There's no exit velo. There's none of that. There's no analyst. It was like, you know what?
There's no balls in the outfield.
Yeah, we
or in the stands.
But you know what? You scored. You got the run. Look, and you know what? Halfway to your Tigers in 2, thanks to a bunt.
Rico's about to head home and watch paint dry now.
No, okay.
Why you got to hurt him like that, Ken?
You know what? Hey,
damn,
I enjoyed it,
and you have every right to, and so do people. It's
Kenny, I'm going to turn into shoot the puck guy now. Every time I see you watching a game.
You already are, Rico. It's already in there.
Here we go. All right, you want to get to the people, fellas? We got jam-packed lines. And again, we're halfway to Tigers in 2, so I feel good about that. Skubal was electric. But overall, does it instill confidence? Or does it just show you, hey, we're really limited? I'm kind of in between. I think they can win a 5-game set. I do. Let's go to Daniel to lead things off today, 97.1.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey. I got a couple things to say. First off, I want to say baseball is a mysterious thing. Throughout the whole slide in September, I was still a believer because I do feel like from a batter perspective, our team has been the same team as it's been since the beginning of the season. And all it takes is maybe 1 or 2 good things to happen for our batters to start clicking. And so I do think we can make a run. I know we didn't bat well today. And then the second thing I wanted to bring up is these bunts. I don't care what it takes to win. If a bunt is what it takes to win today, that's what it takes. And so in a lot of ways, I'm taking the mindset of the Dos Equis guy who says, I don't always prefer beer, but when I do. So today is, I don't always prefer bunts, but when I do, we're going to score. And I think the Tigers are going to make a run here, and I have full belief. I am completely ignited. The Tigers are making a run.
Well done.
Okay. I'm good with it. And the most interesting man in the world commercials were legendary. I'm good with it. I'm not telling you. Look, that's the beauty of it. It's a question.
It is.
I love how triggered some people will get. You can like it if you want, but I'm not going to be the show that doesn't allow people to call up and go, yeah, that ain't for me.
Oh, no. And I get it. Trust me. When they scored the run, I had the biggest smile on my face because I was like, oh, and bunts are allowed. Yes.
You had visions of Rick Honeycutt in a satin jacket cruising the bases.
I felt like Brad Holmes with the receipts. Like, yes.
That's right. Small ball lives. All right, let's go. By the way, the Tiger bunt was appropriate. What were the Guardians doing first and third with a 2-out bunt? What?
Yeah. The only thing I can think, no, Mike. The only thing I could think of was just the element of surprise. Like you wouldn't be expecting it. Kind of like back in the day when you could just kick an onside kick without declaring it. Maybe
or
they
when you wore
catch
leather helmets.
Yes. And they got this thing called the forward pass, but I don't think that's going to last that long.
I'll have to read about it. Let's go to Rick, 97.1. Rick, what's up?
Mike, what up? Hey,
what's going on, brother?
Your take, I'm with you a lot, most of the time, but I got to tell you on this one, your mindset is the reason the NFL guys' offenses get the ball at the 40-yard line on these tricked-up kickoffs now. They don't got to go that extra 20 yards back in the day they had to used to go. It's why guys run free in the secondary. Nobody can touch anything. We're generating artificial offense and points and numbers, and people are going, wow. Instead of the Cy Young winner, okay, Peyton in Cleveland, AJ finally going. I called a week ago about this. Guy's a first and second. He could play small ball, advancement. Could have did it in the third inning today. I was going nuts. First and second, nobody out. You're leading the league or whatever and leaving people on base. Play a little small ball. Well, what happened? He did, and they won. I mean, you get scoops against these teams down the stretch, and I think it's unfair to say that, it's boring to watch, a 3-1
No, it's not
game
unfair.
by a master.
Rick, it's not unfair for me to say Prince sucks. It's subjective. So you can take it
Mike,
elsewhere.
Mike.
No, I just did that for Rico. Rick, it's not fair or
Mike,
unfair.
That's two.
Okay, all right. My point is, I have no problem if people love it. It is. It's just don't use fair or unfair. It's subjective.
Okay.
That's a tough watch for a lot of people. That's all I'm bringing up.
The
For me,
Bears, Mike? Did you like the 85 Bears?
well, I was 5 years
I
old,
was about to
so
say,
I don't think I had an
may not have been
opinion on
born
the
yet.
85 Bears. No, how about this? I hated the 2000 Ravens. I hated them.
Oh,
They were winning games
okay.
12-9. Not for me. But again,
Can I make one last comment? Can I
yeah,
make one last comment?
yes.
This is why the powers that be in the NHL, trust me on it, want 5-on-3 power play so we can get them points up there and get them people buzzing in the seats. Okay?
Yes.
It's all about artificial creating offense to keep the people
Rick, wait a
coming
minute.
back, brother.
Well, hold on. Now you're conflating some things here that's
Really?
not fair. There's Rick,
Okay.
there's nothing artificial about a bases clearing double. It's called skill. It's called players who can hit. The Guardians
point.
don't have any,
Fair
and you
point.
have two. That is the one thing I would say. I'm great with a bunt, a well-timed advance the runners. I'm cool with it. Remember, I'm a baseball lifer. I'm not offended by today. I think about my audience, and I go, geez, I wonder how many people are doing the Kenny hand motion to this. Like, it doesn't really strike me as electric.
It's not exciting.
Pardon me
Mike.
that I want to see a double.
No, it's not exciting. But you know what? If you can do the bump, well, it works. I mean, there's a skill in that as well. In a game like this, where, look, you're the Tigers and you're trying to get as many runs as you can because you don't know how long Scooble's going to be out there. I'm like, AJ, way to go. Scratch that run across. Let's get the lead. Scooble's out there still striking out the side in the 7th inning. This may work. Because
You
you
do
can't
realize
pitch him a
there was
complete
another
game.
team on the field, though.
Yes.
See, this is where I always laugh. People get triggered because they think, oh my God, they're insulting our Fabergé egg. No, it's the whole game. Yeah. The Guardians played today too, right? Mm-hmm. The Guardians made some of those nonsense things like a infield hit scoring a run. If I were Scooble, I would have charged the batter. I'm not giving up another run to you idiots that doesn't leave the infield. It just not again. That's all I was saying was not like this. Then again, the Guardians are over here bunting with first and third. 2 teams played today.
Oh, there and the Guardians had nothing. I mean, Kenny and I were sitting there talking like in the 9th. I'm like, look, if you're going to play this type of ball, just walk Ramirez and deal with the rest of these guys because there's no hitters after him. It's just him and Quan. That's it. Those are the only 2 that can beat you. So you're not going to get a chance to hit a game-tying home run. I'm just going to walk you.
Yeah,
Not
we were
an
in
intentional
lockstep,
one.
Rico. We were in lockstep, Rico. We didn't want to see him beat us.
Right.
Anybody else after him, if they beat us, hey, you know what? What can you say? But
Well, he didn't
J-Ram,
really beat you. Spencer Torkelson beat you. You have to come up with that ball.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm not yelling at either of you. Torkelson has to come up with that ball. Period. Mm-hmm. And I think Javi had time to stand up, make a better throw. I'm not going to kill him on it. I think he had time.
We were trying to debate, was it Javi? Was it Torque? Was it both?
It was definitely more torque.
Because the ball bounced to Torque, so it's like, okay, could you have gotten a better throw to him?
Give him a better
stupid,
target.
man.
Don't lift your glove up so soon.
But you know what, Mike? You're halfway to Tigers in 2. That's all that
Exactly. That's the whole point. I didn't tell you it would be a Picasso.
No.
There's just no way you're losing to this garbage again.
I know
it's
you.
not happening.
Look, I know you. As you say, I've known you for 15 years. I know you were miserable as I was happy. You needed a shot of coffee, and I'm sitting there on the edge of the seat like, yes,
You were sipping your Ovaltine with your little Orphan Annie Dakota ring.
Oh, man, Ovaltine Tang.
You watching your programs? Let's
Well, the stories are coming on afterwards. The guiding
That's right. Tonight on Murder, She Wrote. All right.
Go ahead and eat your supper, too.
Oh, he's got a TV table. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
sorry.
be over at the Davenport.
Okay. Jesus. All right, listen. You can celebrate a Tigers playoff win, whether you like bunts or not. Who cares? Everybody likes pizza. Hungry Howie's has got you covered, including authentic Detroit-style pizza, real ingredients, real in-house made dough, real cheese. Hungry Howie's, best ingredients, and they're offering this at a very competitive price. You can order yours for $12.99 right now. Very competitive in the pizza game. $12.99. Get over to hungryhowies.com and celebrate boldly with authentic Detroit-style pizza. All right, Tigers halfway to the TIT. Tigers in 2. I'm just happy they at least won the first part. That saves me from 2 days of abuse if I was wrong. They will win this game tomorrow, and we'll be done with Cleveland and hopefully never have to look at them again and their empty Husk lineup. We've got a ton of people to talk to. I got to check in with Ticket Text, though. We haven't done it yet. David, please.
Ticket Text here. I see no planet where the Tigers pull it together and take 2 here. I think it's the Guardians in 2 by scores of 7-1 and 6-3 is how the series will end. I'm with
No.
I don't see that, Mike. But even in a loss, for some reason, they're just keeping teams from scoring runs. The Tigers got to 2, but I don't know what kind of voodoo magic they're working. But runs are the
Carl
premium.
Willis. Carl Willis is basically Chris Fetter in 20 years. Carl Willis has been their pitching coach since I was a kid. The guy's a genius. He's just like Fetter. You put on that ugly Guardians uniform, automatically lowers your ERA by half.
Okay.
I'm with Rico. I'm pulling out my 3-piece suit, starch collared shirt, boulder hat out of the chest.
This isn't fair.
To wear for the game tomorrow.
All I meant, I'm sorry, Rico, this is my fault. I did this to you.
This is what 15 years of friendship gets you.
But it's not fair. I didn't mean it like this.
A win is a win. I'll take it even if we get it using the strategy from before Rico was even alive and I could vote. Oh, my gosh. Tigers in 2. Bring on Seattle. Mike in Newcastle.
All right, Mikey's on board.
Someone else says Tigers in 2 from Thomas in Nashville. They want me to read it a certain way, but I'm not. I'm just going to read it. Tigers in 2.
No,
2 runs.
Please do not read it the other way.
Aren't getting you a win when Scooble isn't on the mound. Tigers will lose in 3.
Oh, dear.
I'm watching this game and thought about 10 times. Both these teams are bootay. This game was boring. Glad for the win. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But wow.
No, and look, I understand. Look, overwhelmingly, you win a playoff game. Most people are going to be very, very positive. And everyone can unite. It's awesome when your team wins, and you'll take playoff wins any way you can get them. But I know there are plenty of people who normally are going to be afraid to call in on a day like today to go, look, I'm pumped we won, but that ain't good enough. That's a certain type of fan. Generally a bleep hole New Yorker. That's how I watch sports. I'm not asking you to do any type of thing, any type of way. I'm happy they won. Did it instill a great degree of confidence? No.
No, it didn't, Mike, but I don't think a lot of people had them going to the World Series. So this is one where I think Tiger fans, instead of being the bleep hole New Yorker, you're just happy for this one,
Yes.
and let's get another one, and then we're off to Seattle.
Well, and for the record, bleep hole said Tigers in 2. So you can't come at me. I told you you're going to win the games, and I just care about winning the games.
I'm not coming at you.
No, I'm saying people. I mean, my God, we had a guy call in and say it's not fair. Hey, man, fairness ain't got nothing to do with it. It's ridiculous. Let's go to the people. Go to Chris, 97.1. Chris, what's going on, buddy?
Hold on. There we go.
Hey. All set?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, fellas. Hey, Rico, I'm with you, man. I'm sitting there. I didn't get much work done today at work. I can tell you that because the stupid 1 o'clock game. But I was talking to the boys. I'm like, you know what? He is pitching his ass off, and we have to do whatever it takes to get runs. And if that means bunting, thank God the Lord AJ did it. I was worried that he wasn't going to do it, and he did it. And, yes, you know what? Right now the fire is relit. Before last week, I was on pilot. I was upset that we lost the division. But now, yeah, the fire's relit. And Mikey, TIT is going to go for this series and the next round. Tigers in 2, then Tigers in 3, brother.
Whoa. All right, Chris, take it easy now. Hold on. Let's start with this. Hold on. We're not calling for 3-game sweeps and a 5-game set. I just told you you're beating this team, and you're going to do it in 2. And again, Scooble with the extra rest, I do think it gave AJ a little bit more play to send him out there in the 8th, let him start the inning. I could have left him in and had him finish the inning, but I understood the decision to go to Vest. If you have Scooble and your rotations lined up in a 3-game set, I would pick you to beat almost anyone.
Yeah. I mean, as far as school, I was with you. I'm like, you can't take him out at the 7th. He just struck out the side. He's hot right now. You got to let him go back out there. And if all of a sudden he walks somebody, that's when I'll say, okay, maybe you're done. He got the first out. Or
heaven forbid, if you had actually scored runs, it would give you the ability to take him out. But since we don't do that here, you had to keep him in. Look, it's the other thing. Who you're playing matters. I don't fear anything over there except J-Ram. It's not like you had, pick a lineup you respect in this league. That ain't it over there.
Well, J-Ram and Quan, because for some reason Quan is just that guy who's just like, really, him again? It's like he bats every other – he's up to bat every other batter. Like him, he's batting again. He bats 18 times a game.
Him chewing on that mouthpiece drives me nuts. Nuts. Let's go to Bruce, 97.1. Bruce, what's going on, buddy?
Good afternoon. So,
afternoon, Bruce.
Rico, I have to ask, how old are you?
56.
56. Okay. Well, I'm a little older than that. And when they had runners on second and third with one out, I would have bunted again because they aren't scoring runs. They did it. They got one in with a bunt. It's like, okay, obviously you want to sacrifice fly, but they haven't been able to score runs since September, going all the way back. I would have bunted again. They never would have expected it. Worked the first time. Try it again. That was my thought on the matter. Old guys, got to stick together.
Bruce, I respect it because you came out and said it. Like what do you got baseball viewing wise? You got 50 years into it?
I called you a couple of weeks ago to say, back when I was a kid, that I was really into it and could name you the starting lineup of the entire American League teams. The All-Star game was critically important because my American League had to beat the National League. Well, now I've given up on them, So now I think I told you I can't. I'm letting them go when they were in the midst of the slump. I don't want to have the the disappointment. So now, okay, good. I hope they win. I hope they win it all.
They will.
But they're
going to win this series. No, they're going to win this series. And then listen. You go one game at a time. Bruce, you're going to be fine. Tigers in 2. Trust me. All right, I may not love bunting, but trust me.
I hope they do.
Fine.
Well, whatever it takes. Back to whoever said whatever it takes. You got to get the win. Just like however long ago it was when, wasn't it Skubal on the mound and everything fell apart like nobody had ever seen that before, and they ended up losing by 1 run or whatever it ended up being that game. But that was like total science fiction of what happened there, right? But it counted as a loss. Don't matter that it never happened before. It was a loss.
No, 100%. No, Bruce, I appreciate it. But, yeah, I mean, you kind of outed yourself there as a bit of an old head where you're like, I would have bunted again. I'm like, oh, dear God. Do whatever it takes, I guess. But you do understand mathematically you're killing your ability to have a big inning and end a game. That's what bunts are, guys. I'd hate to break it to you.
No, Mike, it's a sacrifice. That's why it's called a sacrifice. You're giving up 1 run to move a runner over or to score a run.
Yes.
But in a game like this.
The McKinstry one I'm fine with. But when Bruce calls up and goes, I would have did it again. I'm
No. Only unless you have vintage Ichiro back in the day, then you can go ahead and let him just bunt to get on base.
Oh man, yeah, you got prime Billy Hamilton up there. Oh man, 248-539-9797. So we've asked the 2 questions. Obviously, this radio show, I said Tigers in 2 yesterday. We're halfway there. Does today's game reignite your confidence? Or, and this doesn't mean you're not happy with the win, kind of shows you how limited they are. The other angle, and this is the question for some reason that's really got people passionate, was today the best of baseball or the worst? Meaning an infield single, a bunt, no drama as far as actual hits. But
maybe the best bunt ever.
Maybe the best bunt ever. That can be the beautiful aspect of playoff baseball. Or is this why this sport is largely like phasing out for most Americans? Like that's a tough watch for a lot of people. Most people can't appreciate how a pitcher sets up hitters. And when the ball doesn't get put in play, that's tough in 2025 for viewers. Now, again, if you're a Tiger fan, you're amped. But the other side of it was Where is our offense? Skubal pitched way too good to be at risk in the ninth that a single guy got on base, and that game could have been tied with a fly ball. That's what scares. This offense has got to wake up.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that you're playing against Cleveland, who somehow has just shut down teams in this miraculous run and not allowing over 2 runs to be scored. So
it's all right. Tomorrow's their season finale.
Okay.
Get the shovels out.
Or we're on to Thursday.
No, we're not on to Thursday. Thursday's going to be a full show because this series is over.
Okay.
Look, you didn't trust me yesterday. Where did it get you?
No, Mike.
Me.
No. I did, and I said I said the Guardians in 3 because I thought that they would win today. Tomorrow, not so much, unless Skubal's going to come back and pitch in Game 3, which we know.
All right, do
he's
me
not.
a favor, will you please? Hey, I think the oven just dinged. Go get your TV dinner mashes on at 7. I'm sorry.
You done?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I do want to get you one of those satin jackets, though, since you like bunting so much. We'll dress you like Don Zimmer. Maybe a little Whitey Herzog reset.
Okay. All right. I'll look like
All right.
Tom Glavine standing on first. All right. Let's
Yes.
talk about the Chevy deal that's been leading the way. Hamilton, Chevrolet, and Warren all September long. Hamilton is participating in the Pickups for Paws campaign, supporting Rebel Dogs Detroit for every pet that is loved and cared for. There are so many that aren't that lucky. Stop into Hamilton Chevrolet to drop off pet-friendly supplies into the bed of the Silverado in their showroom. Your donation will make a difference. I promise you that. Then while you're there, you could talk to Andrew and his wonderful sales staff about getting into a new Chevy, including the September Rico deal. A new 2026 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab 4x4, $299 a month for 24 months, includes 10,000 miles a year. You just got to walk into Hamilton Chevrolet with $995 down and your drive off in the Rico deal. You know what I say. The best deals are found at 14 Mile and Mile. Go see my guys at Hamilton for Chevrolet for details. Visit HamiltonChevy.com. Chevrolet together. Let's drive.
Brought to you by Precision Garage Doors Services of Southeast Michigan. Tarek Skubal tossed 7 2/3 innings to help lead the Tigers to a 2-1 win over the Guardians. In Game 1 of the wild card today, his 14 strikeouts are a career high and the most by a pitcher in the playoffs since Clayton Kershaw did it. He tossed 13 in 2020. Will Vest relieved him, recording the last out of the 8th and 3 outs in the 9th. The 9th didn't come easy, though, as Jose Ramirez led it off with a single that ended up being 3 bases off a throwing error by Javi Baez. A strikeout followed. Then Ramirez was tagged out trying to go home. CJ Kayfus was the last hope for Cleveland. Game 2 of the series coming up tomorrow. Casey Mize is going to make that start. The Lions have released former Michigan wideout Ronnie Bell from the practice squad and picked up linebacker Ty Summers. Dolphins star Tyreek Hill had successful surgery today, ruling him out for the season. He's due to have one more at some point. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 and The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
And that was your offensive highlight, at least that left the infield. So, look, we're halfway to TIT. I feel good. I mean, it doesn't have to be a work of art. But we wanted to ask some questions because, candidly, there's not much to break down. Skubal was awesome. The bats were terrible. And Will Vest almost got screwed over by Torkelson, but he got out of it. There you go. And nothing says quality lineup like Pete Kayfus up at bat with 2 outs in a playoff game. Who? God, the Guardians are awful. How this team lost the division to this team is beyond me. But whatever. They can have the division. We're going to end their season here in another 24 hours. But we're asking you guys, does this reignite confidence? You got to see Skubal at his best. You got to see your team kind of out-grime a grimy team, and you win a 2-1 playoff game. And it's not pretty and it's not easy, but you got it done. Or is it the opposite, where you look at it and go, look, I'm thrilled. I don't care how many games like this they win, but they're limited. And they're just not going to go on a big run. I leave that to you. And don't do what a couple callers did in the first hour here. Fairness ain't got nothing to do with it. It's a subjective opinion that you as a fan have a right to either of them. The other angle was, and we joked with Rico, and I made the mistake of making an old joke, and now everyone's comparing him to Jessica Tandy.
What?
What you say? I had just said, was today's game everything right with playoff baseball? Zillion strikeouts, great pitching, no hitting, bunts and sac flies, etc. Or was it everything wrong with the game where you're like, I need a little more juice? It's the same conversation you have about a football game that's 10-7 or a hockey game, playoff hockey, the 1-0 double OT game versus the 5-4 thriller. It's subjective. It's not about fairness. Go ahead, Rico.
No, and it's one of those things that if it happens every now and then or once in a while, it's a fun thing to watch. Now, if it was every game this year that this is how the Tigers had to play, it would be a very boring thing. It's like Iowa football where you're just rooting for the punter and the under. But
that's not fair, Rico. They play really hard.
I know, and they wave to the kids. But what I'm saying is,
the kids don't even want to watch that team anymore.
But yes, would I enjoy seeing a game where the Tigers went out and scored 12 runs? Absolutely.
12? How about 5?
But to see, AJ realizing we're not scoring runs. We got to manufacture some. We got to do whatever it takes. The mound.
Yes. When you have Skubal on the mound, I absolutely green light playing this way.
Yes.
You know, 2 runs probably wins the game. 3 for certain. Mm-hmm. I have no issue doing it today. Mm-hmm. I can also say I really wished, past tense, somebody would have come up with a big hit and gotten Skubal off the hook. He shouldn't have to be perfect to win you a game.
But at least the coach saw nobody was coming up with that hit, Mike. Runs were at a premium, so
Tigers in 2.
Let's do what we got to do. So
Tigers in 2.
So did you not like the going to work Pistons?
I hated them. You know this. I hated them. Honestly, that title shouldn't even be validated. You're winning games 69-65. You know what? Keep your trophy. Ain't none of us looking at it. It's ridiculous. Awful. What a crime against basketball. All right, let's move forward, shall we?
All right.
Who's waited the longest? I want to make sure we're getting to those people.
That would be
dealer's choice.
That would be Allen and Royal Oak. You're on 97.1.
Wow, waited the longest. Well, listen, I'm not saying, Mike, that you owe Rico an apology. However, a peace offering of a beer or a glass of Hennessy might be nice. I mean, not only do you say Prince sucks, yesterday you're dogging his godson, Geno Smith, for 7 interceptions. 2 days. Tomorrow, is it going to be Rihanna and Beyonce?
Alan, I am taking a lot of abuse from this man, and I don't know why.
And you know what I'd like to do? Alan's right. I want to make this announcement. I am going to cater your lunch for the game tomorrow. I owe you. This has been a rough 24 hours for you. Alan, you win. Rico, I'll square up with you off air. Continue.
Dude, this was a great day for me because I'm sitting there watching the Tigers win, and I'm like, man, if they win this game, I told Kenny, the storyline is they won it off of a bunt, and there's nothing anybody can say. I win.
Go ahead, Alan.
Quickly, back to the Tigers. I do not see them winning in 2, maybe 3. For them to win in 2, somebody's bat has to come alive, and Flaherty, if he's pitching tomorrow, has to pitch great, which he's capable of doing.
Mize tomorrow.
Mize? Okay, Mize has to pitch great, and or the bullpen. Now, they're not on life support. They were. The whole team climbed into a coffin, and then the only reason they're still alive is the bullpen went in last, and they asked the bullpen to seal the coffin, and they couldn't do it. They're still alive. The most impressive thing to me was Will Vest. It looked like that game was either going extra innings with Ramirez on third, or there was going to be a walk-off. And then when they hit it right back to him, I thought he was going to get the jitters and throw it away. And he executed a great Little League play. He ran right at the batter and got the guy out. I'm concerned Jose Ramirez is going to be pissed and go 3 for 4 tomorrow, 4 for 5. And, I'll be impressed if they win tomorrow. I think they can win the series. I'd be very surprised if they win tomorrow.
They will win tomorrow. Alan, trust me, I got you, and I got Rico's lunch tomorrow. And I'll say this with Will Vest. I thought what was really interesting, he only showed them one fastball and at bat. Started the first at bat with Valera at the plate, buried a slider down and in. The kid was eager. You throw him some junk, he's already behind. You use the off-speed stuff. Now, he showed him a fastball elevated. He didn't hit it. At that point, that at-bat's over. He did the same thing at the next at-bat. He wasn't, hey, man on third, I've got a challenge. He was able to do it right where he only showed one fastball to each, and they didn't put it in play.
Yeah.
And those are those are small things, and I don't want to bore the listener because, whatever. Apparently, the listeners, they want to nerd out on ball.
No,
it's like 1984. It's Twib Notes.
This Week in Baseball.
Hey, coming up at 5:30, Rico's favorite Briggs Stadium memories.
But no, I forgot the batter that was up right after Ramirez, and all he had to do was get the sacrifice fly. But yeah, he wasn't ready. Like Best just was like, "Yep, you're going down. You're going to go down swinging, and I'm going to make you look bad." And he did. He stayed in control. He got them out of that inning, and yeah,
Valera.
But yeah, because we're sitting there looking. I'm like, man, Valera, this moment is way too big for him, Mike. As you said, the empty husk of a team. Like,
yes,
he wanted nothing. He wanted to be any place but at bat right now.
No, and then Manzardo came up. I mean, look, Manzardo's actually got pedigree, and he had almost 30 home runs this year, and he was a good prospect who's turned into a good hitter. But Manzardo was the same deal. Vest showed him one fastball. He didn't put it in play. That at bat's over. And then you got like Bob Kafis or whatever the hell his name is. I don't know how that guy's on your roster, but here you are. And at that point, with 2 outs to go and a man on third, I actually had complete faith. Game was over.
CJ Kafis.
Whatever.
Related to Bob.
Everybody's Bob. I love it.
It doesn't.
Bob Kafis, CJ Kafis, Bob Muhammad.
Buddy, I got news for you. I'd rather have Ahmadine Muhammad at the plate than Bob Kafis.
Minty Fresh.
Aquadine. Go ahead.
Let's go to.
You can have fun when the team wins. See, isn't this nice?
You can. That's why I was like, this is the best of both worlds. They won the game. It wasn't pretty. They played small ball, but everybody's happy. Schoolboy got the victory. He gets 14 strikeouts. He goes into the 8th inning. It was just like, check, check, check. Like, the only thing that would have made this game better is if it would have been a complete game with Schoolboy on the mound.
I thought it was either you listened to it on radio or it was in black and white on the TV.
No, Mike, my transistor radio ran out of batteries. David, you want to get a call, or are we going to be responsible?
Yeah, go ahead. One more.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Bill, you're on 97.1. Bill?
Hey, gentlemen. Good afternoon.
Billy, what's going on, brother?
Gentlemen, this game was the epitome of playoff baseball. I mean, like Rico alluded to, you were on the edge of your seat every single pitch. Anything can happen at any time, but this is why every pitch matters. And being the OG, Rico, way to represent the game. And David, how did you have so many kids at 22 years old? Because you must not have watched much baseball. This is what baseball was all about.
Bill, that's how he had so many kids.
The best pitching matchup he had the best pitching matchup probably of the playoffs. And Enrico, let David know, back in the day when Rocket and the big unit and David, those aren't sex toys, those were pitchers back in the day. They didn't talk about how bad the hitters were. They talked about how good those pitchers were and how they laid them down. Nobody was talking about how bad the hitting was.
No, they weren't, Bill. They weren't, Bill.
Yeah,
I appreciate the phone call. Man.
Yeah, I should have cleaned it up.
You're good. No, we love it. We love it.
Bill,
we wouldn't have
Bill
it any
never
other way.
change. That was perfect.
We wouldn't have. I don't, David, you're 22. How did you have kids? Yeah, he didn't watch baseball. That's how he had so many kids.
No, because David
for the
doesn't
fences.
bunt. He swings away.
Go grab the rocket and the big unit.
I'm done. That made my day. That's amazing.
That was perfect. That was quite excellent. Got a 70-year-old caller making pervert jokes. I mean, we've really run the gamut here. Tigers in 2. 248-539-9797. Ay. Where did that drop come from? Oh, by the way, Cookies told me there's a new Heather drop we got to start playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got...
Okay, I'll look for it.
No, I'm going to... David, I'm not going to send you on a wild goose chase. I got you covered. I can't believe she said this. We'll have this for tomorrow's show, though. Trust. And guess what? We won't get blamed. Costa will. It's perfect.
Oh, is it smarmy?
Oh, no. No. This fits more in the landscape we play in. All right, Northville Lumber, largest Trex decking outlet in the country, and Northville is Michigan's Trex Superstore. They stock all colors of Trex decking, railing, lighting. They have it all the time and at the absolute lowest prices. So whether you're a builder or a do-it-yourselfer, count on Northville. They'll have everything you need when you need it. So plan it, build it, buy it, right where the pros do. It's Northville Lumber. Stop by the showroom, take home some samples, or go to northvillelumber.com. That's northvillelumber.com. All right, let's get to the people. I want to bring up just one football thing at 5:30 briefly, just because, shockingly, I know, not everyone's into baseball. But it was awesome. Tigers fulfill half of my prophecy, Tigers in 2. And I think they're absolutely going to get it done tomorrow. This Guardians team blows. I just can't explain the month of September where you stopped playing and they stopped losing. But they're not good. Look at that lineup. Frank Kafus to finish the game. No. Stop. To the people, shall we?
To the people, my friend.
And you get free lunch tomorrow, Rico. I mean, it's all looking up for you. Bunts and lunches.
You know what? I don't want your pity lunch, okay? I'm gonna get an extra applesauce from the facility tomorrow, and I'll come into work on the horse-drawn carriage.
Oh, my God. Go to Dalton, 97.1. Dalton, how you doing, brother?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good, Dalton. What's up?
So today was not beautiful baseball, but the Tigers pulled it out. AJ pulled it out as we know him to do, and that's why I have confidence in the Tigers, is the history of AJ Hinch pulling the right strings when he needs to.
Yeah, I mean, Dalton, I'm there with you in a 5-game set. 7's kind of where I draw the line. But you have a really good manager, and you're right. If you go head up against a moron like Aaron Boone, advantage Hinch. The problem is pulling the lever is only a part of the equation. It's who you have as that lever, meaning, yeah, it's great when you make these pinch hit decisions, except when it's Brian Kafus coming in the game. Like, I worry that you just don't have the horses in a 7-game set. It's going to be tough for AJ to match up his way through a 7-game set. Mm-hmm. And admittedly, like, let's be fair now. We're all adults. You're going to play better teams. The Guardians are one of the worst teams to ever make the playoffs. Full stop. Negative run differential.
Yeah. I mean, it's a reason why it's the wild card. It's a reason why you guys are playing.
I wish the wild card was just a 5-game series, by the way.
You say what?
I wish the wild card was a 5-game set. I know they can't do it with the buys, but a 3-game set is just a wholly unnatural thing for playoff baseball. I know why they do it, and in this instance, it benefits the Tigers, so to hell with it. Let's play a 3-game set. Yeah. I'm saying in general, a 3-game set for a playoff series is kind of silly.
No, it's advantage whoever wins that first game. It's not necessarily the home team. If you win the first one,
you've never lost.
So
no. You've never. The team who wins game 1 has never lost one of these.
Really? Wow.
In the words of LeVar Ball, never lost.
Okay.
Tigers in 2.
Okay. You know what, Mike? Maybe you're on to something here.
And you've got free lunch tomorrow. Go to Doug, 97.1. Doug, what's going on?
Great show, guys. I'm really enjoying it.
What's up, Dougie?
Well, here's what's up, Mike and Rico. I'm going to make Rico feel a lot younger because I got Rico by 21 years.
Wow.
And I'm 77. But anyway, this reminds me of going back to the Dodgers with Sandy Koufax on the mound, and they had speed and pitching, and that was all they had. They didn't have any hitting, and they would win the World Series like that, you know. But I understand you, Mike. You're a young man, and, yeah, this is kind of boring for you. I get it, you know.
No, but you know what's not boring? Winning. And, Doug, there is a time and place strategically. I'm just saying you can't live this way and make a World Series run. That's all I'm saying.
You're absolutely right, Mike.
But for today, bunts all around. I don't care.
Yeah.
Win the game. That's it. So,
exactly.
Doug, let me ask you a question.
I mean,
let me ask you a question. How far do you think they could go? Obviously, we think they're beating the Guardians, but do you think they win a 5-game set? Or do you think they can do it all and win a 7-game ALCS and make a World Series appearance?
I've been watching baseball my whole life. I've been watching it for 60-some years. So I'm with you, Mike. Exactly. I'm exactly with you. I don't see them winning a 7-game. I could see them winning a 5, but I don't see them winning a 7. No, not with the team they have. They need more pitching.
Well, they honestly,
they need a lot of everything.
I view it the other way. I think they need 2 right-handed bats. If you could get to a point where you're staggering Riley and Carp with two high-level right-handed bats, yeah, it would look a lot different. And you know what? I'm happy today. I know it didn't work, Rico, and people are going to be like, "What do you mean you're happy? It didn't work." Leave Carpenter in the game. All right? I don't need the Jahmai Jones experience. Carp is my second best or best bat.
Right. And I don't
Just
care.
play him.
Right. Don't care if he strikes out. I feel more confident knowing that he's in the game. So it's lefty. I don't care. Okay. Eventually he's going to have to bat against more lefties. So this is a good experience for him. Don't take him out of the game.
No, I was glad they didn't. I was proud of AJ. Yeah. Let's go to Tim, 97.1. Tim, what's going on, pal?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey.
What's up, man?
Mike, I want to say two things. I want you to listen really clear.
Okay.
You will be 100% correct that the series ends tomorrow, and I'll be 100% correct that this season ends Game 3 versus Seattle. This team is so bad, and they are so lucky that they backed in, because to even be competitive in these games, I think you need to score 3 runs offensively, and I have no idea where those come from day in, day out.
Yeah, Tim, I look, I'm not going to put up a huge fight. I open up the door to winning a 5-game set just based on Scooble, but I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to tell you I'd stake a guarantee on winning the ALDS, but I think they are capable, just like last year. Let's not kid ourselves. They had Cleveland. They had a chance to eliminate them. They didn't do it. And then we all know what happened.
Were they down like 5 outs or something like that?
Yeah. But I'm not going to fight Tim, is that you're going to play better lineups. You're not going to be able to hold everybody to under 2 runs. No, you're not going to bunt your way to glory, even if your transistor radio says you will. Look, you did what you needed to do today. I'm happy they won. I mean, I don't care about being right, but it's a fun bit, the TIT, Tigers in 2. Yeah, I want to, and I don't think America should have to watch the Guardians anymore. It's punishment. Right. Watching the Guardians is pain.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sure some people are saying the Tigers won the game off of bunting. I don't want to watch them either. But you don't live in Detroit, so
no. And
Detroit versus
and again, yeah, and it was also Cleveland bunting
Yeah.
in ridiculous fashion, and it was Cleveland scoring on an infield single, which is grotesque. The outfield error leading to an unearned run. Look, you'd rather win this game than lose it. You'd feel terrible if you lost today the way Scooble pitched. The point I'm making is for people who call in like Tim and they go, look, this team's limited, they're not wrong, is that you're not going to win this way long term. So make it a one-off. Go out tomorrow and knock Bybee around a little bit. Bybee's a little bit of a high wire act. He was awful all year. Then he had a couple of great starts, but I still can't get it out of my mind. A, the way he pitched against you last week, and then the way he pitched against you in the playoffs last year. He's a little bit of a head case. You can get to Bybee.
No, it is. And especially if you can jump out and get ahead tomorrow, 1-0, 2-0, and then now you can kind of just make them play desperation baseball, because now their season is over. Where yours, you got that one game in your pocket. So if things don't work out, you're still coming back on Thursday. For them, they're starting to count down the outs they have left to their season.
Correct. It's 27 right now. David, a few ticket texts, and then I've got one item to bring up before we get to crosstalk.
Remember, TIT also applies to Tigers in 3.
Nope. It's Tigers in 2.
Okay, but if they win in 3, are you going to be that upset? It still fits. You don't have to take the hat back, Mike.
But it's not the fun bit.
I know.
I look. Let me tell you something. I took a lot of you-know-what for saying Tigers in 2 yesterday. I wouldn't mind on a little bit of a spite level to have been right about it. I don't normally care about the right-wrong thing. I care about entertaining and having a good time. But this one, no, I want this. I want this. Yeah, the guy in a Yankee hat said Tigers in 2, and none of you spineless jellyfish went along with it.
Huh? What? You say something?
Go get your Ovaltine, will you, please?
All right. The other day I was
Kenny, change Rico's diaper, will you, please?
Oh, okay. You know what? You know what? Yeah, okay. David cut his mic off. The other day, I'm over at a friend's house. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup is a total mess. It's lagging, it's buffering, it's switching between apps trying to find the game. He claimed he was a big fan, but actually I feel like I was fan fish. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you got to have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and all my favorite teams all in one place, and the way that I watch, next level. It's a perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. I'm telling you, 4K is so clear, it feels like you're actually at the stadium. Sometimes I got 4 games going on at once because, hey, why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications and live stats right on my TV. You don't need to go to your laptop. It's the best seat in the house, folks, every single time. Next game day, make sure your big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box.
Brought to you by MyMichiganRoof.com. Tarek Skubal mowed down the Guardians lineup for most of the day, allowing a single run while striking out a career-high 14 batters. That's his manager, A.J. Hinch. Will Vest got the 4-out save and was able to maintain a 2-1 lead in the ninth, despite seeing Ramirez reach third base to begin the inning. The Red Wings are back on the preseason ice tonight against the Blackhawks. Offseason addition James Van Riemsdyk expected to join the team tomorrow for the first time this preseason due to personal reasons. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. More at 6 or at 971theticket.com.
All right, so by the time we join you tomorrow, the Tigers will have moved on to the ALDS and TIT, Tigers in 2. So we'll be on after Tiger baseball tomorrow. I just have one quick note, non-Tiger related, because I know by the time tomorrow happens, we just won't get to it. Did you watch any of Monday Night Football, Jets in Miami last night, Rico? It's okay if you say no. It was a dreadful game.
No, I was back and forth between the two games.
Did you catch Tyreek Hill's injury?
I didn't see it live, but I went back and saw it, yes.
Okay. Did you see him being carted off the field?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I want to know if I'm on the money or if I'm way too cynical and I'm insane. When Tyreek Hill, essentially his leg was on backwards, okay? A horrific leg injury. He's being carted off the field. He wasn't crying. There was no towel over his head. He wasn't somber. He didn't give a thumbs up. He was cackling, smiling, and waving to the crowd as if almost to say, you know what? This sucks, but at least it gets me out of playing for these idiots.
Okay. That's funny.
Did you guys talk?
No.
I said the exact same thing.
Oh,
he
not
knew.
alone. Thank God.
He knew. I no longer am going to be a Miami Dolphin. They're going to work a trade. They're going to. I don't have to be here.
I still get paid. I don't have to play for these idiots.
Yeah. I don't have
and
to.
they'll fix my leg.
Yep. Don't have to sit here and look at Tua and the blank stare. And my coach is a weirdo. You know what? I'll take that. Sure. My leg's backwards.
I can't believe it.
But who cares?
I really thought I was going to face the wrath of judgment from you. Okay, this is good.
No, because no, Mike, because it was super weird. Because I was saying, okay, is he? Because sometimes when you're crying, it looks as if you're laughing, but you're really crying. So I had to rewind. Like, wait, no, he's actually smiling.
Rico, he was at a comedy show at the Fox with his leg on backwards.
Like they apparently Miami has some good drugs. He should be in severe pain. It wasn't quite Napoleon McCollum, but it was pretty bad. I don't think you should be able to count your toes that way. So,
Napoleon
yes.
McCallum from
Navy.
Yes. Good man. Anchors away. All right, David, ticket.
Hold on. This is amazing because before the show, Rico, he's talking to me. He's like, yeah, why was Tyreek Hill laughing and smiling? And I'm like, I don't know. Tua said he's just that kind of guy. You guys are spot on. I think he's so happy that he's like, I don't have to practice with these guys. I don't have to be in the same room with these guys. I'm
and
done.
He still gets paid.
David, I don't know what's going on. Like, he literally steals my "Can we say that" notes. Like,
no, it's just we work together. We know each other, and we think somewhat the same. And like, look, can we say that? Yeah, some of the things I take out of a weekend of football, I'd hope you have similar thoughts. Otherwise, what planet are we existing
well,
on?
can we say that Tyreek Hill was happy?
Yeah.
You know what? That was the ultimate sacrifice bunt right there. Leg backwards, but no longer a Dolphin.
Also, can we say that I was wearing a Troy Aikman skin suit last night and calling Monday Night Football when with 8 minutes left in the third, he snapped and went, you know what? This product stinks. I've had enough of the ref show. This is terrible.
He was ready to leave the booth.
Aikman had it. There was a penalty every third play. And he goes, it's just not good, Joe. His product's just not good.
No.
It was like I was calling the game.
Right. Unfortunately, neither one of those games could be flexed out because the flexing starts this week. Like this. Not only did you give us a bad game, you gave us 2 bad games.
Correct. This is what people look. We are enjoying the zenith of Lions football right now. Okay, we are. I'm not going to say we're spoiled because they haven't won anything, but week to week they win, and they play entertaining football. Right, the opposite of sack fly buntapalooza. They play fun ball. Mm-hmm. But here's the dirty secret: a vast majority of the NFL is pain. The games are actually pain. We are all Cam Wardis fans. As Cam once said, if I'm going to keep it a buck, it's ass. That's what a lot of the NFL is.
No, Mike, it is. And Kansas City, Jacksonville next Monday night, a little better.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because you can spite watch Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen's fishing vest. No,
and you can
I'm all in on that.
You can spite watch Kansas City Chiefs.
No, every week I need Jacksonville versus the 49ers. Robert Saleh versus Liam Cohen.
Oh, keep my name out of your mouth. Full Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Only way that went better is if Liam Cohen played the role of Will Smith there. Then we would have had something.
Right.
David, ticket text.
Someone says they must have given him his shot already because I couldn't believe that he was smiling. That is Craig from Taylor.
He was getting $35 million to never put on that cursed uniform again.
I guess that was the adrenaline because I thought the same. I was like, this man is in such pain. It actually looks like he's laughing. Oh, wait.
All right, time out.
He is laughing.
If I offered Kenny $35 million and he'd never have to work our radio show again, but the trade-off is I get to hit him with my car, Kenny'd be smiling too.
Kenny,
why are you trying to hit me with your car, man?
I'm not, Kenny. Kenny, I was trying to give you generational wealth.
Kenny, would you take the $35 million?
An example.
He ain't answering. Would you take $35 million?
I didn't say no.
That's my point.
I'd be carted off clapping just like Tyreek.
Right. I think we were all Tyreek last night. $35 million, Aircast. Hey, here's a pageant wave. Whee!
Okay, like 97.1. Screw you. Don't have to answer the phones anymore.
97.1, go to hell.
What do you want?
Tell it to the next guy.
Oh, my God.
You know what?
That's a great
horrible take, okay?
I'll pass it on. Half past never. Go.
Bobby says, I thought the same thing. I have never seen someone so excited to get hurt.
It was remarkable.
This is Andy on a cell phone in Clinton Township. He says, Mike and Rico, I was thinking the same thing. You are spot on. I saw that, and I was like, he's smiling and laughing? What is going on here? Wow.
I kept thinking to myself, like, he knows he's on the twilight of his career. He knows he's stuck in a hopeless franchise where the coach is going to get fired. The QB, there's a rift there. It was almost like he was liberated. Like, yeah, this sucks, and I'll get fixed up. I'm still getting my $35 million. They can't get, and I'm not going to be back for next year. I'll take my time. I don't know. It just felt weird.
Dan in Howe says Tyreek was looking forward to all that family time that he's going to be spending.
Which one?
Well,
maybe he'll make another family.
Let's hope not.
Doesn't take much.
Let's hope not. He ain't exactly father to your material.
No, he's a POS.
Right.
I mean, go look at how he left Oklahoma State. What did he do? He drop kicked his pregnant girlfriend or whatever it was. Yeah, class act.
Oh,
that's
wow.
nice.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Oh my! You never knew that?
That's why he dropped in the draft. The process. Whew.
Yeah, that's how he ended up at like Paducah State. I'm sorry, Rico. I didn't mean to, like your brain exploded.
No. I was just like, wow. Okay.
Terrible guy. Then he had the whole deal where he threatened to like break his kid's arm.
He's not man of the year.
No, you won't see that little Walter Payton logo on his jersey.
No.
Best you're going to get with that guy's a poop emoji. They should do that, David. They should have the smiling poop emoji for the biggest POS in the league and put that on their jersey.
That'd be a great thing to do at NFL Honors. You think MVP? I don't.
No.
I think poop emoji. Here you
Yeah,
go.
Here's the worst guy in the league. Wear that scarlet letter. All right, FanDuel, kickoff. Offers you don't want to miss. New customers bet 5, get 300 in bonus bets. Pick a bet, $5. If it wins, you unlock 300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. Parlays, props, live lines, whatever the hell you want. FanDuel's got you covered. It's FanDuel.com/ticket. Download the FanDuel app today. 21 and up, present Michigan. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms, sportsbook.fanduel.com. You got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, so tomorrow we'll join you after the Tigers finish the Guardians, Tigers in 2. We got a lot more to do. I do want to talk more about the Troy Aikman thing and about the general state of the NFL product and the, quote, ref show that I always refer to. They got to figure it out. It's killing the product, and these games are turning into 4-hour. The games are going so long that Red Zone can't even show you the end of them. Scott Hansen finishes the broadcast in the parking garage, going to his car, telling you it's available on European YouTube.
Right. I'm going to try to get this last play in before we sign off.
Last minute, there were like 7 minutes left in the Raider game. It was ridiculous.
Right, but like all of a sudden, Scott Hansen goes out like the end of The Sopranos, where all of a sudden he just fades to black.
Right, it's gone. The lights are off. All right, David, couple of ticket texts, and we will get to, what do we got, Rieger next?
And Wojo just sauntered in.
Wow. Woj actually working?
Well, he's only working for today, and then he's
I'm a
going
good
to Cleveland.
saunterer.
He's on his way to Cleveland to watch the TIT.
Tigers in 2. He's
That's
there for
right.
his ski goggles. Tigers in 2.
TIT.
TIT.
That's also Tigers in 3, no? Or just 2?
No,
Tigers in 2.
Okay.
No,
Just
actually,
Tigers
I'm
in
still
2.
staying 3.
You're saying 3?
Oh,
yeah.
Casey Mize has been
Yes.
unbelievable against the Guardians this year. 2.08 ERA.
I know Mike's got him in 2.
Bibby's ahead, Case. Tigers in 2.
Yep.
I called it yesterday. I'm sticking to it, Bob. I have to. The Guardians are the worst team to ever make the playoffs.
How about that at-bat by Big Christmas in like the 7th inning? Maybe the worst at-bat in the history of the playoffs in Major League Baseball.
You know what's
Actually, no. That at-bat would go to Alex Rodriguez against Joel Zamaya in
jeez.
Comerica in the shadows.
That's when they moved them down to the 8th
Oh,
spot.
that was
I remember
awesome.
that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was great, Bob. That was great.
Hey, we found
Eight-rod,
we
they call him.
did find, lucky for the Tigers, we did find the worst offensive team in all of baseball, and it's not the Tigers. It's not at all.
No. It's Guardians.
Oh, my God.
Dude, how many 160 hitters did those dudes have?
All of them. Dude, you got your season on the line, and they sent Casey Kasem up to bat, the last guy, whatever the hell that kid's name is.
This goes
John
out to
Kafus.
Oh, CJ Kafus. He had a couple of big hits down the stretch, Michael.
You mean Bob
Yeah, he
Kafus?
sucks.
Charles Kafus.
Yeah, gotta be
Oh,
washing
and by the way,
cars in 2 weeks.
Can I ask you guys a question? As I'm watching the game, I had one overwhelming thought.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I guess there isn't a school bowl window, right? Dude had 14 strikeouts, maybe one of the greatest Tigers playoff performances of all time, and we were told there's no school bowl window. Sorry, just had to get that out.
Why would that be your thought today?
Because it's ridiculous. The guy was so good.
But you're talking about something in a year. Whatever.
I now stand
whatever.
with you, Wojo. I stand with you on.
Thank you. Rieger just had to think up something negative.
No, there's nothing negative. Scooble was very positive.
Because the Guardians had a classic Tigers 9th inning, didn't they? Running around third, nobody out, can't get the ball out of the infield. Classic. Awesome.
Just hit the ball to the outfield. Sack
Nope.
fly.
Well, they tried.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
You know what? I will say this, if you agree, Mike.
Yeah.
Will Vest is becoming the killer. That's, I believe, 4 outings in a row.
Well, one of two ways. He kills you or he kills them.
But he stopped killing themselves, and he's killing the other people now.
Look,
I feel like.
I'm not going to go too far in any of it. I believe they'd win this series in 2. I believe they have every right to win a 5-game set. It's going to take a lot. I just don't think they can win a 7-game series. They're not built for it.
No, they're not. They're probably not.
Here's the other question. Is that on Jose Ramirez contact play? You got to know not to go, or it's just called, so you got to go?
You're a Hall of Fame player. It's on you.
Yeah, it's on him.
I don't want to hear it. No, that was terrible. It's not our problem. I'm just saying if we were doing Cleveland sports radio, I'd be ripping his ass.
You'd be talking about the Browns. They don't talk about the Guardians.
He went too far down the third baseline.
Yeah,
if you're
you
going to
gotta-
go down, you got to go right from the start.
You got to. Well, no, you got to wait to see how high the ball is. Does it go over the pitcher's head?
It went
I'm just
high.
surprised they didn't bunt, right?
I'm surprised they didn't bunt with 2 outs.
They did earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's
true.
obviously because that's the only way they
Mike.
can score bunts or runs against Scooble.
Mike, I don't know if I lit a good enough light to see a suicide squeeze, so I'll leave it at that.
You saw a safety squeeze with McKinstry.
You know
That was
what?
good.
You can only do a suicide squeeze once.
Back in my day at Brick
And then you're
Stadium, I
done.
saw a steal of home plate.
Wait, I heard that guy. He was awesome. The older guy.
I saw it last year. Ellie De La Cruz. So.
Rico, do you remember the Lions playing at Briggs?
Remember the one guy, Joe Namath, came in.
I remember they
Rico
played,
graduated high school with Dutch Clark.
No, I remember when they played at Cass Tech and they kept getting all the scoring records.
Is that back when Kaz had a 100-yard field?
Hey, 55-yard field.
It's time to go. Have a great day, guys. Evening.
Oh, that's what kills the show, eh?
Poor
Oh,
Hatchet.
boy.
You know what,
All right,
David? I
Rieger.
took too many strays today. You had to take some of these.
Yeah.
Rieger and Wojo is next. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow after the Tigers are in the ALDS.
Oh, my goodness.